Hey you guys, AntVenom here, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. And today I'm going to be showing you guys the 14W20A snapshot for Minecraft 1.8. This is a 1.8 snapshot that includes a new command and a couple of new neat little features here and there. But the first thing I'm going to get into here is the titles command. Now the titles command allows you to pop up these neat little messages onto the screen that allow you to have titles and subtitles on the screen itself. So you can have them pop up, and then you can configure how long they actually stay on the screen for. You can configure things like color and a few other things here and there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you guys some of the stuff on the command blocks, and then I'm going to show you this nifty little creation that I created here to, you know, sort of maybe do something unique with these titles rather than what I've seen so far, because I haven't seen something like this done, even though it's very simple to do. But anyways, the way that the title command actually works is that you just type in, with any command really, if you just type it in incorrectly, it'll tell you how to do it correctly. So if I were to go ahead and I were to type in something like title, and then, you know, at A, because it'll tell it to everyone, then I'll do something like title, and then if I just wanted to type in, like, it says a raw JSON title, so if I just do something like this, like, I'm not sure if hello there, I'm not sure if two separate things will work. No, it won't work because of that. But if I do that hello there as one, it actually works. And I think if I quote it, then this might actually work. Let's see here. Yep, okay, so if I quote that in the message, it actually works. So yeah, you can see that you can output a title. And then there's also the subtitle feature, but unfortunately, kind of weird, you actually can't output a subtitle without a title going right along with it. It's really weird, because it's like the title message determines the amount of time it's on screen, and if you only print a subtitle, that it doesn't work. But anyways, you can see that's how that works. You can see the formatting and stuff, and if you guys want to mess with it for yourselves, the title command is there for you guys to mess with, and of course it always just kind of works. See, you can see all the different options, and you might also notice in the menu here, there's actually a couple of different commands. So besides title and subtitle, there's times, clear, and reset. So the times and reset feature, essentially, let's see here. Let me see which one I have it in. I think it's over here. So you can see right here, the times command. Basically, this first number right here determines how long the fade-in time is in ticks. The second time is the amount of time it stays on screen. And the third one is the tick out. So if I go ahead and I press this here, and you can see it also actually cleared whatever was on screen. And reset, I believe, resets the amount of time as well. So actually, let me hit reset here. Let me try this. Then I'll do this one right here. Actually, I have some weird spacing here because I was testing stuff earlier, but let's go ahead and let's do this. For example, you can see that it takes a little while to fade in, stays on screen for quite a while, and then it fades out very slowly. But if I go ahead and I hit this, the fade in is going to be 1 tick. The amount of time on screen will be 20 ticks, which is 2 seconds, and then the fade out will be 1 tick. So you can see it goes on screen for literally as long as the button is up. That's pretty much it. So it says, "Hey guys, AntVenom here," and yeah, and that's actually done with some text selection things. So the "Hey guys" is just "Hey text." Hey guys in blue. But then there's also the stuff that I have right here that I actually found out by browsing the Reddits, and that is that you can actually select the nearest player if you type in selector P, and it'll select like the nearest player name. I think you can do it with nearest entities and whatnot, and then you can add an extra text bracket and change the color on that. And there's some really neat stuff you guys can do. You know, it's a little bit even above what I'm used to doing, but it's definitely very neat. But anyways, let's go ahead here. Let's see. Let's just reset it up here. Let's play this one more time. Hey guys, AntVenom here. Stays on screen for, I believe it looks about 5 seconds, and then the fade in is like a second or two or something like that. Now let's go ahead and let's actually set the fade in time here to 10, and then let's set this to 30, just so you guys can get an idea of what I'm doing here. So you can see, yep, it looks like the fade-in time is about the same, but the time on screen is a bit less. So you can actually do some really nifty things with this. If I go ahead and I press this button here, you can see it actually fills out my name. And I do believe that probably if I set this timer right here to be shorter so that the fade-in time is actually much quicker, yes, you can actually see it does the text more like a little marquee type thing. And maybe I can set these to 0. I'm not 100% sure. Yep, okay, it lets me do it. So yeah, you can actually see this. The text won't blink at all on screen. It allows you to do some really neat text effects. I'd be interested in seeing what Dan from Dan's Arcade will do with this, because he like finds weird things to do. But one thing that I actually found that you can do with this is I set up this little device here that actually counts down and displays the text on the far right of the screen. Essentially what it does is it prints a blank title, because it does require the title, and then it plays a sound, and then it plays the subtitle with a huge spacing so that it shows up on the far right side of the screen. So if I go ahead and I press this button here, you're going to see what happens. Yeah, So it's just a little countdown, and it counts down for when the round begins. So this is the number 5, this is number 4, the number 3, the number 2, because you can see the number 2 is right there. And then when it gets to the number 1, it just kind of goes off on a tangent and plays the command block sound 4 additional times. So it plays it 5 times in total. And then it just, you know, when it gets to here, it says round begin, and then it plays a firework blast noise that's pitched down quite a bit. So just something a little unique, you know, an idea that maybe to come across, you know, you guys may want to consider trying if you are going to try using this on your maps yourselves, is that things like this are possible, and it is really quite easy. So yeah, moving on to another update of the map, you know, of the snapshot itself, is that caves can now spawn within mesa biomes and desert biomes, or previously the entrances that were able to spawn in the cave systems could not work. Let me go ahead and let me go to game mode 3 here. So you can see that there's all kinds of caves underground. Now, that was always possible, but then there's these entrance caves, and those were not possible previously. So the things like this were not possible, so it was a little bit hard to find a cave system within a desert biome or within a mesa biome, but now it is possible, and you can see there's cave system entrances, you know, that are all around here and stuff. And if I go ahead and I dip through the earth, I was messing around with this a little bit, so this is not natural, but yeah, you can see, you know, that it works now, and there's cave system entrances that will generate within these biomes now. So, you know, maybe making the cave these biomes a little bit more interesting for you, you know, something you might want to be willing to check out for yourselves if you guys are playing on the maps and whatnot. And yeah, so one more thing that I do want to cover before I go, because I really don't want to forget this, is that the world border now has some neat little features in it as well. If I go ahead and I type in world border, and then you can see here, let's go ahead and let's do center, and then let's center it around me. So this is where the center is going to be. If I go ahead and I do world border, and then the set, okay, and then 10, it's going to set the world border to 10, which is pretty obvious, you know, but if you actually walk outside the border now, and you start taking damage, let's actually go ahead and let's set it to 20 here, and then we'll set it to 10 over the course of, you know, 5 ticks or something. Let's actually set our game mode properly first, game mode 0. And in the previous snapshot, there's now these red borders that show around your character. That's something I didn't cover. But anyways, if I go ahead and I set it to 10 here, and then I'm outside the border, you can actually walk outside the border now if you're there by default. But if I go ahead and I'm just like, no, I don't want to die, no! No, oh my god, I made it. There's like this threshold now that you can walk into, so you get a couple of blocks radius outside the border. But yeah, you can see if you're actually able to walk outside the border now, and you're able to walk, you know, back in. It's pretty awesome and stuff. So yeah, so you won't die if you're outside the world border now, or if the world border closes in on you. You won't be like forced to stop like you were in the snapshot where this came out. So pretty awesome and stuff. Glad that was implemented. So now, you know, I feel like a lot of servers are going to wind up using this now, because you can still walk outside the border even though it just damages you. So yeah, it's not a total death trap now. So yeah. So anyways, guys, this wasn't really a super duper conclusive review, but I did want to get through everything that I found out about the snapshot as fast as I could, making sure that I don't think I've left anything out. But if I have, as always, I'll have information in the description below about it. But anyways, guys, I hope y'all have enjoyed the snapshot review, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Yeah. So yeah, hope y'all have enjoyed. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.